We're back. Welcome to the Rainy Treehouse Sessions. As we said, welcome back to the Rainy Treehouse Sessions. It was supposed to rain. It's actually exceptionally hot for the first time this year, but we're here. We've got a new album ready. It's releasing soon. I'm very excited. It's called Knitting Blue, and we're gonna play some music today and talk a little bit about it. So thanks for joining us. So Knitting Blue is the title of the record, and I had 70% of this album written and done, but I didn't have a name for it. I couldn't come up with a name for it, and my then girlfriend, now fiance, she inspired so much of the music for this record. And while I was writing it, I unknowingly, she was working on this sort of knitting project that she had. It ended up being the first gift she ever gave me, is this little knitted blue hat that I wear around, and that's where the name for the record came from. So the inspiration for Knitting Blue, I'd say, started with a specific song. It's the first song I wrote for this record, called Juno, which is actually the last song on the album, kind of a full circle the way we recorded it that way. But I had been sitting with my fiance and talking while she was showing me pictures of her trip with her friends to Juneau, Alaska. And I'd had this riff for a while, but I couldn't figure out how to sing over something like that. I was kind of having a hard time finding the melody. And instead, while she was showing me this picture book, it's obviously very beautiful, and it came out Juno. So I figured less is more, just one word, and so came the first song to the album. Juno, every time I hear that name, I crawl back into the same restraint. Juno, why did you have to go that way? I'm waiting on every worn out day, and I ran wild on my way back home, and I lost my mind in this holding cell. They got me holding out my everything. Juno, up in the Auburn I left you tumbling. You taught me that Juno, why did you have to close that door? I'm waiting on all that I'm living for, and I ran wild on my way back home, and I lost my mind in this holding cell. They got me holding out my everything. I ran wild on my way back home, and I lost my mind in this holding cell. They got me holding out my everything. So this, I wrote this tune. It's called Lose for Winning, and I wrote it a couple of Januaries ago after just an absolutely, just not a great week. And I was mad at myself, mad at my situation, and I just couldn't seem to get anything right, which is something that I think is just a relatable thing. So it's called Lose for Winning, and the way we recorded this one, it's really big. It's like a jam, it's a rock song, it's very fun, and it's fun to play acoustic too, so let's give it a go. Couldn't tell you otherwise, should have seen the way my eyes felt on fire. Into the clear again, put my trust inside of someone else's hands. It never was the way I left it all up to you then. It could have been the way I wish I never knew I'd been. How do we lose for winning? Call me out there, standing on my own. How do we be forgetful? Faces, purpose comes before it all. And if I lose my way, I'll leave it up to you. And if it's worth the days, I know we'll make it through. Pray to be a better man. Just giving all I need and now it's all I have. Pick it up and put it down the exact same way. I guess I need a little more time to understand all this. I'll take it on the chin and chest and face the rest of it. How do we lose for winning? Call me out there, standing on my own. How do we be forgetful? Faces, purpose comes before it all. And if I lose my way, I'll leave it up to you. And if it's worth our days, I know we'll make it through. So Nursing Heart is probably lyrically the most dense, especially in the climate we're in post-pandemic and during pandemic. Long story short, this is one of the first songs I ever wrote that I didn't have my guitar with me, and I wrote it in poem form and sort of figured out in stanzas where I would put the lyrics, and ended up putting the music to it later. But I immediately knew it was a special one. My fiance Natalie is a nurse, and she was just talking about how hard it was, the circumstances the hospital workers were in. Anyone in healthcare is respected and loved, and you don't really know it until you're in it with someone, and you live with someone that's dealing with that and the pressures of it. And this song came out of me about 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke out of a sound sleep, and I've never done that before, and that's how Nursing Heart came to be. So. Well, I guess that they admitted me, 'cause I'm a liability, and I've swallowed every drop from every bottle, and I swear to you I'm fine. This happens all the time, and if I fall flat, just leave me on the floor. So I guess that I'm confused as to why you even care, 'cause you don't even know me, and don't you even dare try to give me some story about how it is your job. Well, I'd rather sit here floating in a tub of alcohol. She said, you can blame this nursing heart of mine for giving all I have to the people I don't know. And know that you can rest now, and you'll be better soon, for I'll still be watching you from just the other room. And you can blame this nursing heart of mine for giving care 1,000,000 times, and I've seen 1,000,000 men like you, and I've cured 1,000,000 more in truth. You can give up if you choose to do, but I won't stand by for losing you. It's backwards to the woman that I am. And just like your manners, my bedside has seen its brighter days. And I know it's not my fault that you're unwell, but I did my best to rescue you, but you turned away all I could do. Now you sit here cold and vacant like a shell. So you can blame this nursing heart of mine for giving all I have to the people I don't know. You know that you can rest now, and you'll be better soon, for I'll still be watching you from just the other room. And that night she asked the Lord, why would you curse me with this care? You know it keeps me up on nights that I'm not even there. And he said, child, I know it's hurting you, but trust me when I say to you that I put you where you are because you're needed. Well, I needed them to see and know the woman that you are. Well, you changed the way they saw this world, and you wiped away their scars. And I wrote it in a verse for you, I hope that you will read. And inked across her arm it read, here am I, send me. Here am I, send me. So A Different World is the first track on the album. It's the opening track on the album. I actually had a dream that my friend RJ told me it has to be the first one on the album, which is funny because him and I don't talk about music at all. But you know, it has the way we built the front end of the song with the layered a cappella voices. It really does kind of pull you in with that line. And it's kind of the title track because it's where the line Knitting Blue is in, but I put it in after. Knitting Blue was already a title of the record before I made Different World, so I hope you like it. You and I live in a different world. On the days we'd sit and talk for hours, are the days I realized I was home. Then again, you've shown me ways. Then again, you've given me days I didn't know could last this long. Land keeps no memory of who we've been here with. And sometimes I think we forget who runs the show. But it will remember us, we'll make sure of that, because you and I, we ended up somewhere else. She said, you and I live in a different world. You and I live in a different world. 'Cause you do the same to me that wine does. We left the rest of them behind us. We made love under waterfalls. I guess you taught me how to move. And in that, I showed you all the ways that I love you. And I guess we taught each other twice what we knew. And I know all that I needed now is everything you do. And when I opened up to tell you everything that I knew, all the while you were listening, you were knitting blue. You were knitting blue. You were knitting blue. 'Cause you do the same to me that wine does. He left the rest of them behind us. We made love under waterfalls. With the recording process for this record, it's really similar to the team. It's the same exact squad that brought you Altrave. It's me, Vince Brown on bass and did all of the mixing, and then Rick Bergeron was on drums and all the percussion. But this time around, they really helped me produce the record. I've worked enough with them now, and they know me so well and what I look for sonically, that they're willing to experiment, but they come in with their own ideas. And a lot of that is on display. Vince especially really helped me sit down and kind of help orchestrate where the record was going to go. But, and Emery Joyce is back again, who is shooting behind the camera right now, as always, but she is also designing all the art for, the online stuff and the record itself. And she did a beautiful cover for Knitting Blue, the same she did for Altrave. It's so different, too. But in terms of the team that bringing you this album is the same, because we didn't want to lose what made Altrave special, even though this record, I believe, is kind of evolved. Certainly on my side with the craft of writing and sort of composing and producing. So it's just, I didn't want to lose what made the music special in the first place. A lot of the tracks are still live takes, and us just one off hoping for the best and going from there. But I really, truly hope you enjoy the record. Thank you so much for watching this kind of Knitting Blue mini documentary interview talking about the making of the album. We had a great time. I truly hope you find some music in there that you love. I think it's my best work yet. We worked over a year and some change on this album. It took some time, but it's been almost 3 years since Altrave came out. It was time for some new music. I hope you enjoy Knitting Blue. I hope you enjoyed the Rainy Treehouse Sessions, sort of sunny Treehouse Sessions. But thank you so much. I love you. God bless, and may the force be with you.
To rest my eyes on this